Hello, everyone. My guest today is Seth Schultz. Lives in southern Utah, where he's been hardwired to the web development community since 2001. In '09, he launched his first WordPress plugin. Then in 2011, he quit his full-time job to focus on building a business around the plugin called Event Espresso, which now powers over 60,000 ticketing websites. Seth, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yes.
All right. Tell us about this thing. What's the plugin do, and what's your revenue model? How do you make money?
So the plugin allows WordPress users to sell tickets to events. Basically, we are the. Oh man,
it seems like you're kind of like Eventbrite, but specifically for WordPress.
Yeah, we're like Eventbrite for WordPress. We're like the number 4 competitor in the event management sphere against Eventbrite. And we have about close to 150 Event Espresso websites in the Alexa top 1 million. And we just hit we actually started a SaaS software, or a software as a service platform using our WordPress plugin Event Espresso, which now powers about $1 million in ticket sales a month from that platform. And then we're also powering over 100 million ticket sales per month from our Event Espresso platform for WordPress.
Very cool. And so what's the pricing model? On average, what do you charge per month for this?
So on average for I guess it's about $12 a month for our Event Espresso software. We have a yearly pricing model. And so far, we've been able to keep about a 70% renewal rate going on that, and we're bringing in between the two, and then our Event Smart platform, our cloud-based service. We're bringing in about between the two platforms, we're bringing in about 80,000 a month.
Oh, that's great.
In memberships and sales, yeah.
And both of those each year, you'll kind of, you'll keep about 70% of that. You'll churn about 30%. Is that right?
Right.
That's great. So, and what does that equate to in terms of how many customers you have paying today?
Let's see. We have about around, I think, 20,000 paying customers.
20,000 paying customers. That's amazing. So 20,000 divided into 80,000, they're each paying what, about $4 a month?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And what are they getting for that? That feels really cheap.
So they're getting standalone software where they can sell tickets to any type of event, say a conference, a concert, and they're basically they're in control of all their data with our software platforms. So and they're bypassing ticketing fees. So such as like Eventbrite and Cvent and those types of platforms, they charge per ticket, so $1 to $2 per ticket. With our platform, customers are bypassing that. So our customers are basically paying us to keep the platform going, since it's an open source model. So
Seth, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but did you have people that you signed up early on that paid because right now on your website, your cheapest plan for one website is about $80, I think. And I think that's for the year?
Yes, that's for a year.
Yeah. So, but divide 80 obviously by 12, and obviously that's higher than $4 a month. So did you have people early on paying you way less, and that's why the average is 4 today?
Yeah. So we had people paying. So we have a freemium model. We're based on a freemium model. We have a free software that people can use, and they upgrade to the premium model. And so when we first started, we were only charging like $50 for like a lifetime membership, and then over the years we found that model didn't work out so well, so we started charging a yearly fee. And so I think we started off at like $60 or something like that per year. And
then you have a bunch in that 20,000 that may have paid that one-time fee early on. So today it's not contributing to your 80 grand a month.
Yeah.
Got it. How many are on monthly plans?
Let's see. I'd have to look at the numbers, but I don't know off the top of my head. I think we have about 10,000 Event Smart users that are paying monthly, and they're paying anywhere from $5 up to $100 a month or something like that.
Yep.
For their
Very cool. Okay, so put this on a timeline for me. When did you launch? Obviously, you quit the job in 2011, but when did you launch the platform?
So I launched the plugin in 2009, about April of 2009. After that, I just
well, wait, Seth, hold on. Why? I mean, you have a job, you're comfortable. Why on earth, just on your side, you just build a plugin for events for WordPress?
So yeah, my wife was a scrapbooker. She taught scrapbooking classes and crafting classes, and basically people would RSVP via email, and then they wouldn't show up, and they would show up and they wouldn't bring their payment for the class. So she needed a simple, inexpensive system to sell tickets, and I was looking at Eventbrite, but the cost ratio and the return on investment would have been really low, and so I decided to try to find something within the WordPress sphere. At the time, there was only 5,000 plugins, total in the entire WordPress market space. And so I decided to find something that would kind of get me there. Like I found a simple RSVP plugin, but it didn't have any payment, features or anything like that. And so I reached out to the developer, and I never heard anything back. I reached out to him about adding payment options and stuff. Never heard anything back. So I went ahead and I started adding a couple features here. I added PayPal payments because my wife wanted to accept PayPal. And so I contacted the developer once again, and I was like, hey, I added some features. You want to take this over? What do you want to do? And once again, I never heard back. So I just released it on the WordPress.org plugin repository for anybody that wanted to use it. And after about a month, I was getting email after email requesting new features and stuff like that. So at first I was doing this part time, just after I got done with my day job, put the kids in bed.
What was your day job?
I was in I worked in a marketing department for a medical coding and billing company, and I was a front end web developer.
No offense, Seth, but that sounds boring as hell.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you get now. When I want to get in your head in 2011. I mean, did you know you were going to do this? So you saved up a cushion in case it didn't work. Like you just, or I mean, how did you do it?
Well, the company was profitable enough that I could just quit. I could quit my job and pay myself and pay my co-founder.
How much was it at that? How much was it doing a month?
I think we were doing like $20,000 a month.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So we started off when I first started selling the plugin. I started off on my own little website through PayPal. I was making $2,000 a month, and then I was telling, my co-founder, which was a fellow coworker at the time, my marketing job, and I was buying pizza and talking to everybody. I was like, "Hey, man, you got to get in on this. I need some help," because he was really business savvy and he was getting his MBA at the University of Utah. So he basically gave up a job in Michigan to be to work at the hospital out there and be like a business, I guess. I guess they need.
You guys work together at the business at the hospital. Yeah.
No, we didn't work at the hospital. He was leaving to go work at a hospital.
Okay. Basically. What's your team size today?
So our team size is about 9 people.
And where's everyone based?
So I'm in Utah. My co-founder's in Idaho, and then we have 3 developers in Canada. We have a developer in the Ukraine. We have tech support in the UK, and we have 3 other tech support people here.
That's great. And you're bootstrapped today, or have you raised?
Yeah, we're completely bootstrapped.
That's wonderful. And what's growth rates? You're doing $80,000 a month today. Take me back a year in October 2017. What were you doing?
So we're about, I think we were about 70 something. I think so. Last time I looked, we were growing about 3%.
Okay. So how do you juice that up? How do you grow faster?
Man, we've been really doing a lot of marketing, writing blog posts. We've hired out a couple writing teams now for blogging across our different platforms.
Yeah, but Seth, just to be clear, I mean, you come from a development background, so you're a smart analytical guy. Growing from 70, $8,000 to 80 grand over a 12-month period using these tactics, obviously it's not working how you hope. So I mean, how do you scale faster?
Man, how do we scale faster? Right now we're looking at pay-per-click advertising, stuff like that. Trying to get the word out about that we're competitors against Eventbrite. As far as getting things going faster, we're just been focused on our marketing and stuff like that.
Tell me about the kinds of people using you. Is it a lot about, is it people like your wife? Like for example, what's the when you look at all your kind of database data, you do a query, what's the average a size in terms of attendees to an event that's put up on your platform?
So, gosh, man, it really varies. We have conferences that are selling 10,000 tickets a month. And then we have paint and wine, classes that are selling, 20 to 30, tickets at a time.
And the 10,000s per month. What kind of company is that? What kind of conference are they having?
Yeah, that's usually like a medical conference. Marketing conferences are very huge. We found we've had one customer in Illinois that does a conference for hazmat and safety stuff. He's raking in about 10,000 per conference.
Yeah, that's great, and that's ticket sales.
Ticket sales, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Very good. All right, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, my favorite business book is let's see, Free. Or actually the Lean Startup. Yeah. Lean Startup is probably my biggest one.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Elon Musk, I guess.
I see how the space pictures behind you. What's the connection?
So I've always been into followed NASA and stuff like that. I was in the Air Force. I went to the Air National Guard. I learned about aeronautic stuff and things like that. I inspected airplanes in my past life.
That's great. Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to number 3 here. What's your favorite online tool for building the business?
Favorite online tool for building a business, I think getting our recurring revenue model in place has been huge, and we've been relying on Recurly. For that, Recurly.com has helped us really put things into perspective and track analytics and sales and stuff a lot better.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
Let's see, about 5 or 6.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Yeah, married, 2 kids.
2 kids, and how old are you?
I just turned 43 a few days ago.
Congrats. That's exciting. My birthday's October 3rd, so we're similar kind of that way. All right. Thank you. You too. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
What do I wish my 20-year-old self knew, man? I wish I knew how to take care of money a lot better. How to not have to spend so much money, and
Yeah, guys, there you have it. He wishes maybe he had more money management skills early on, but it sounds like he's got some courage, he's got some gumption. Launched this little Eventbrite competitor back in 2009 for his wife as she was doing her first little scrapbooking events. He then added it to the WordPress plugin site. Before you know it, he's getting a bunch of feature requests. 2011, doing about 20 grand a month. Quit his full-time job and has now scaled it to about 80 grand per month in revenue. 20,000 paying customers, paying on average $4 a month. They churn about 30% of their customers or revenue per year. So working on bringing that down. He's also working on growth through things like through things like paid spend, and also some writing and content initiatives, all bootstrapped, which I love. Seth, thanks for taking us to the top.
Great. Thank you for having me.